Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Life with Tanya L. And I am your host, Tanya L. And how are you feeling out there? It is that time of year where, oh my gosh, it's just a beautiful time. It's very peaceful in its own way. Chaos will always be around us, but if you absorb it and you dwell in it, then that's what you're going to get. But it's just a very, a couple of people I've been talking to, we're all saying the same thing. It's a very emotional time for some. Some of us have been just very peaceful and very relaxed, and the universe, has us sleeping more. I know lately I've been feeling like a bear. I've just been feeling like I'm hibernating or something. It's like, oh my gosh. But it's been a very good time also for reflection. As we are at the end of the year for 2022 and we're going into a new year, it's a good time to just reflect on what you have achieved for the year, what you have not achieved for the year, things you might have planned to do that you didn't do, things that you did and you were successful at or weren't successful at, that you just tried. Things that agreed with you, things that didn't agree with you, new friends you've met, new places you visited, new opportunities that were presented to you, those that you took, those that you didn't, new love, maybe even still being with your old love. Just it's a time for reflection. When we're getting ready to go into a new frequency or number, some people say, well, there is no such thing as New Year. Yeah, it is, because once there's a frequency out there and everybody's just on that, it is what it is. So it does exist. So as we're going forward in life, because this could be at any stepping stone in your life, whether it's a new year, your birthday, and that's when I celebrate my new year, is my birthday. Because I just, resonate with that. And everybody has their own beliefs. I understand that. But that's a very important time, because that's when we came to this planet. It's on our birthdays. So that it holds a significance for us. And it's a time where we really should tune in to what we have achieved, what we've done for the last year, and etc. But being that we know that this is going into a time of, the end of 2022 and the end of the year and going into a new year, and everybody starts doing New Year's resolutions that a lot of times we don't keep. I always tell people, don't do resolutions. About a resolution, if you're going to do a resolution, you do a resolution for your birthday, okay? For what I call I don't even want to call the universal New Year, but the societal, that's a good one. The societal New Year, take it as a time to really just look at how you have grown in society. Oh my gosh. Thank you, universe, for that one. They just gave me that one. I love that. Think how you have grown in society. Because there's just so much like going on around us, and sometimes it just seems overwhelming because we're bombarded with social media and the regular media, and it's just like, it seems like nonstop. Like we can't just stop and just like get away from it. It's like as soon as you're trying to get away from something, here comes somebody else bringing you something that's on social media or in the news. And it's like, okay, I'm trying to defrag from that. I'm trying to be in my own space. So in that time of reflection, take some time in the season right now, just even if it's for a good 24 hours. To not plug into social media, not plug into the media, and just be alone. And take some time to just, unplug and be reflective of what you have experienced in this last year and the lessons it taught you, and those negatives and the positives of that lesson. And also think about the lessons you have taught somebody else. Because a lot of times we forget that we're teachers as well when it comes to lessons. So what's some things that you were able to share with someone else, or to, maybe uplift someone else, show them something, teach them something, help them better themselves? You know, big up your chest sometime. We gotta hey, yes, I help do this too, because it's all about balance. And sometimes we can feel like, oh, we are pulled from, and we're being pulled from, or we're being taught this lesson, or we're going through this and this and this and this and the other, without realizing that we also exchange that and reflect that back to other people. It helps keep the balance there. So in this time of reflection, I want us to really be content. That is the key to it all. No matter what we're going through in this lifetime, be content. Because when you're content in it, then you're able to accept it, to move through it, move beyond it, and know that all is truly well. No matter what the outcome may be, all is truly well. And I was reminded of that just actually a few minutes ago. I was, I wouldn't even say that, because I noticed for the last maybe couple of weeks, I've been saying that a lot. All is truly well. And I had to say that to myself on something I was going through. And then I noticed I kept saying that too, repeating it back to other people. Like just situations will come up. People just confide in me, whatever. And that's the first thing that would come up was, all is truly well. And I remember that was one of the last things that a beloved of mine who has transitioned from us a few years ago, that she said to me, all is truly well. And it was like, I had to tell her that, and then she repeated it back to me. All is truly well. And that's something that the universe is just reminding us of right now, because the energy is really changing. Things are changing, and it's going to be chaotic for some. It's been like this for the last couple of years, and it's still going to be chaotic for some, but it's going to be chaotic according to how you stand in the presence of it. So it's like a war could be going on around you, but are you going to just be that peaceful lotus or that peaceful rose that's just sitting there and just knowing that, all is truly well. I'm still going to be myself, and I'm going to still grow, and I'm still going to be beautiful and emanate beauty and positivity, even with all of the negative around. So let us be content in all that we're doing as we're moving forward. Contentment is such a beautiful thing. And some people don't understand contentment, because they just, some people think being content is be crazy. But contentment is a point of gratitude. When you can just be peaceful in the midst of chaos, it's due to being grateful. And again, it comes from knowing that all is truly well. I have a piece that I want to read to you, and I hope it resonates with you and that it inspires you. It's titled, What Does Contentment Mean? People may have told you at some point in your life that you need to have more contentment. But what does this mean exactly? Unsurprisingly, being content is something that will look different for every individual. There are a few similar attributes that content people share, though. 1, contentment is being grateful. When you have contentment, you are grateful for all the things you have in life. And this doesn't just mean physical possessions. It also means being content with the people you have in life, and less tangible things like your abilities and skills. If you struggle with being grateful for the things you have, it may help if you make a list of all the things you are grateful for in life. It would be best if you did this regularly. This way, you will have a visual of all the amazing aspects of your life, and it will help keep these things at the forefront of your mind. 2, Contentment is living in the moment. Living a life filled with contentment means you spend your time living in the moment rather than dwelling in the past. When you find yourself thinking too much about the past, it's time to try to let these regrets go. So, when you find yourself surrounded by friends at an event, instead of looking in your phone at social media and other things that happened in the past, you need to put your phone down and resolve to enjoy the moment and whatever may come your way. 3, being content is being happy. Above all else, being content in life means you are happy with things just like they are. Contentment means you don't need to worry about physical possessions because you know that you have everything you need to be successful and happy. If acquiring physical possessions is something you frequently do, the next time you find yourself wanting to buy something, ask yourself if you need it or if you want it. Chances are you probably don't need whatever it is you are about to buy. In conclusion, contentment means many different things to people, but in general, being content means that you are grateful for what you have, that you live in the moment, and that you are overall happy with the way your life is going. The road to achieving contentment won't always be easy, but you can guarantee you will be happy when you get there. Be content, people. Be content. Well, we have come to the end of this episode. However, I would like to thank each of our listeners for tuning in. I hope the information shared will be helpful to you. Subscribe to Life with Tanya L on all podcast platforms and visit my website, tanyal.com, for more nuggets. Stay blessed until next time. Peace.